Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to night 2 of the Men's Great American Bash. Once again, we are starting in the Pacific League as JC Mateo makes his way to the ring with a bomb and a fuse. JC Mateo picked up 3 points on Wednesday night with a win over Pete Dunne, which is shocking to say the least, considering the fact that this man...
Did you say 2 or 3 points?
3. I said 3. Considering the fact that this man was labeled as no aura. No aura whatsoever in his time in WWE. Let me remind you of something. This man was a former IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Champion. This man was considered one of the most underrated underrated workers in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Comes over to WWE, has this sort of buzz. Then they changed his name to JC Mateo and had that match with LA Knight, and I'm thinking, okay, now we've lost the memo, we've lost the bigger picture.
No. It was worse when he wrestled in street clothes with R-Truth in his debut.
It was LA Knight.
Not in his debut. Remember, R-Truth had the match with Jason Mateo, and then he got released the week after.
No.
So what?
You gotta look that back up. I swear it was LA Knight that was his debut on. But, yes, moving on. We are moving on to the Redeemer. The Tempest. The Bulgarian Brute. The former 3-time United States champion Rusev, who also picked up 3 points this past Wednesday night with a win over Ilya Dragunov, hoping to stay undefeated and hopefully continue this momentum that he's been sprinkling in. We have not seen Rusev on television in over a week since this man lost to Javon Evans last Monday night on Raw. Before this past Monday night on Raw, of course, the Raw after SummerSlam that felt like a Raw after Mania with the crazy stuff that happened on that Raw, which felt like good old days, man. The good old days. But I gotta say this.
God damn it. You're right.
Okay, good. And remember how long that match lasted? That match lasted so long. It was like, what the hell? And to be fair, it was a 3-hour show, so obviously they had to make up for time, but like, what the hell were they doing on that episode? Anyways, Rusev, 3-time United States champion. He's a former TNT champion as Miro, as the Redeemer. A hell of a run as TNT champion, but not gonna lie. Ever since he showed back up in WWE, other than the feud with Sheamus, I feel like this man hasn't really been doing that much other than, kind of lingering in the IC title picture and taking the pins, which is very interesting. But here we go. This is the opening match of Night 2 of the Great American Bash. It is JC Mateo versus Rusev. Winner gets 3 points and will be a part of a huge match that will take place next Wednesday night, where the two competitors with 6 points will battle it out to determine who will lead the league in terms of points. The question is who will get there? Will it be Mateo or will it be Rusev? Also, the matches that will take place tonight for the Pacific League: Shinsuke Nakamura versus JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov versus Pete Dunne, and our Pacific League main event: Sheamus and El Grande Americano. That is a huge one. How about the Central League? How about this? A big-time matchup. Rey Mysterio versus Tama Tonga in our Central League opener. The Miz versus Shawn Spears. Baron Corbin versus Grayson Waller in our Central League main event. And now a spear by Jason Mateo. Out of nowhere, our Central League main event, our overall main event, will be Chad Gable versus Tommaso Ciampa. It will be a surefire banger, all coming up on Night 2 of the Great American Bash. Obviously, this is pre-taped. This will be posted on Friday. Most likely 4 will be posted before SmackDown, and then 4 most likely will be posted after SmackDown, because remember, it is a 2-hour show, and we are, well... not going to go into detail on that situation on top of it. All right.
Remember what Rusev did on the first night?
Oh yeah, he absolutely obliterated Ilya Dragunov in one of the craziest matches of the night. Meanwhile, you have had your opinion of JC Mateo and Pete Dunne, which I'm very intrigued by. I don't know why.
Man, I guess I can chime in. I thought it was just a really good, standard, nice, just a nice match. It was just a good formulated match. And it's not about me, and it's about our performers in the ring right here.
Just hold on, we're going home. Chill vibe. We're getting a kind of a chill vibe right here because this is kind of like a chill match to be for now. Nothing has been amped up yet. Obviously, we had a very interesting night one, to say the least, this past Wednesday night. Now it is a Friday night to determine who in the world is going to head into a big match that take place night 3 next Wednesday as a huge clothesline from JC Mateo as JC Mateo sends over into the ropes. Oh my goodness! What a spinning kick from Rusev, the Bulgarian Brute. Now trying to go for a kick right there, but JC Mateo reverses, trying to go for a German suplex, and he got it! German suplex from the former IWGP US Heavyweight Champion, and now going for the cover here, and a kick out by Rusev. First time ever match between these two men, who surprisingly have never crossed paths before. This is the first time we see what Mateo has in mind.
Interestingly enough, they were both US champions.
Yes, they were. Crossbody! Top rope crossbody from JC Mateo. Looking to lit that bomb and lay it down at the feet of Rusev and watch it blow up in his face. But nothing has happened right now as the Tempest, the Redeemer, with a powerbomb. Oh my God! Someone give JC Mateo milk! And I'm not talking about the milk from Marina Shafir. I'm not talking about that. Oh, reverse Alabama slam! Sweet home Alabama, and now the accolade.
Oh, what a transition!
The accolade.
The accolade.
Whatever.
The accolade.
The accolade. And now, oh, what a move by JC. Now JC going to the outside. What the heck is he thinking? He's trying to go for the steel steps. Nope, he went over the steel steps. Oh! Looking for a forearm here. Count at one. Remember, this ends in a double countout. This could potentially lead to a blind draw to determine who the hell would be facing the winner of the Sheamus El Grande Americano match. Keep that in mind. The question is what? What? Very, very interested to see this, as right now we're seeing just a technical wizardry from JC Mateo, just throwing Rusev. The count's at 4. JC got to get back in the ring. He could reverse this on Rusev here. This could stop the count here. I don't know. The count's at 6. It does not stop the count unless... Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, trying to go for a headbutt. The count at 7. I don't know if that might have reversed the count here. What the hell? What in the world? The count has resetted. And that might have backfired in JC Mateo's face because he could have got a count-out victory, but you can't count out Rusev here. You can't. Now, what is JC Mateo thinking here? Uh-oh. JC Mateo. Oh, what a move! And now Mateo setting him up. Here it is. Oh, Rusev reverses. It looked like he was going for Tour of the Islands. And now JC Mateo reverses a kick coming from Rusev. And now Rusev going into the ropes. Oh, what a catch by Rusev! Wow! Rusev. Oh, but it gets back up. Mosca kick! Mosca kick! Mosca kick! Busting them open big time. And now the accolade. Oh, but a rope break! Rope break! Damn it! A damn rope break! A freaking rope break, and now a freaking kick to the face! A busted open JC Mateo! Oh my goodness! That should be it! You're gonna be on Busted Open Radio tomorrow! My goodness, Rusev continues to dominate! What a freaking match! Woo! Now that's how you kick off night 2, ladies and gentlemen. Rusev with 6 points. He will now face the winner of the El Grande Americano Sheamus match that will be in our Pacific League a main event later on tonight, as Rusev absolutely just handled business in that match.
What a match.
Just unbelievable.
That closing sequence is awesome.
And now, what the heck is Rusev thinking here?
Oh, he's gonna do the same thing he did.
He's gonna do the same thing to Ilya! Dude, he is not messing around!
He's trying to make
This might be the Rusev might honestly go on a dominant run with the US title, and I don't think anybody's ready to be redeemed!